Hello, welcome back to Alt Account Podfics. Today I have a simple one-shot. I will say more things at the end. First off, this is an AU. There's one for all and all for one. So I was thinking, what about one for one or all for all? One for one is basically just a normal quirk. It's like, it's mine, I keep it to myself. But all for all could be like someone that could create quirks or give quirks away but not keep them for themselves. So that's the idea here. Kurea Shigaraki, quirk, all for all, abilities, can create any quirk she wants and can give them away if she wants. Power skill, overpowered. Anti-hero, does whatever she thinks is right and isn't licensed. The Shigaraki siblings come from the beginning of quirks, from when they were called meta abilities. Originally thought to be a god, kurea left her family because her power was too strong to be considered a meta ability at the time. She is 15 years older than All for One and around 20 years older than One for All, so she didn't know of the meta abilities they held. 200 years later, she finds out what All for One is still alive and is a villain. She also finds the ninth wielder of One for All and asks to communicate with her brother. So in this, I know that technically One for All and All for One are they're like twins or whatever, but I don't see them that way. The reason kurea left her family is that some people hated her and tried to kill her because they thought she was the origin of quirks, and a lot of people hated quirks or like racist against people with quirks. But some worshipped her thinking she was a god because she could create quirks even though she wasn't the origin of their quirks because they were born with them. Now, finally onto the one-shot. I decide to go to school. I decide to go to bed early as I want to see if I can see the vestiges again. I need to talk to them about someone I met. I slid in bed and throw my covers over me. Luckily, due to me being a hardworking hero student, it doesn't take that long to doze off. I open my eyes in the void. What brings you here so early? Nana asks, turning to my direction. I need to talk to First. I met someone today that knows of him, I say, and everyone immediately goes silent. When First speaks up, was her name Kurea Shigaraki? Everyone turns to First, mouth open. Yeah? She said she was your older sister and her quirk is called All for All. Everyone's heads then whip to me. That would be correct, First says, and everyone starts talking over one another. Then Second speaks up. I didn't know you had a sister. One that's still alive at that. Yes. She's 20 years older than me. She had to flee for a while because her power was too strong to be considered a meta ability. What's her quirk? Nana interrupts. First. She can create any quirk and give them to others if she wants, I say, causing everyone to turn their attention back to me. What the fuck? Fifth, Banjo says, yeah, we can let her in. Suddenly, a tall figure appears behind First. It sets everyone on guard, then she speaks. Hello? She walks into the circle of people. They call you One for All now? Our name is too old for this era, First responds. So, I call brother All for One? That is what we call him now, Nana answers. Kurea seems to consider this for a moment, but then nods and sits down on the ground. Okay, so what now? I say, looking at everyone. I don't know, First says, as he looks at me. Second huffs. Are you going to help us defeat All for One or not? Second is getting agitated, making me have to repress a flinch. You misunderstand, Cora states as she stands back up. Yes, I came to help, but you won't get that from me by defeating All for One. She crosses her arms and continues. He has a successor and a following. A successor? Now all the vestiges are loud again. But his quirk can't be passed on, Nana says. I wouldn't put it past him to experiment on kids, I mumble, curling into myself. It's probably Tomura, as he is his adoptive son. Nana puts her head in her hands at my statement. But didn't he adopt him when he was like 5? My eyes widen. Well, shit, Banjo says, as his eyes widen as well. That's probably why Tomura acts so, well, him. He was groomed to think everything is a game. His dry skin is also probably from his quirk. I stop, my eyes widen even more. First looks at me with his eyebrows raised. 9th? He has quirkless shoes. His body is slowly disintegrating. His hair and eye were probably not originally like that, but loss of melanin. I look up at first. This is child abuse, but Tomo probably doesn't even know his own wants anymore. I shrink down into my seat. The Shimera case, I whisper to myself. Nana perks up. What about me? She asks, squinting her eyes. You were dead already, so you didn't know, but All Might kept tabs on your son, and, him and his whole family were found as dust with the house, except for Tanko, their grandson. He was 5. I start to shake. He was quirkless. I start to cry. Shit. Nana also has tears in her eyes. Is this true, Kurea? Nana stammers out. Kurea looks away and tightens her grip around herself. Oh, is all Nana can say in her state of shock. Everyone else is quiet for once. Kurea has a sour expression on her face. My sniffling stops enough for me to ask a question. Will he do something to my mom? I ask, slamming my eyes shut. Everyone still stays silent. All the stress is getting to me, my consciousness state making me start to wake up. Fuck. I wake up and run down the stairs of Heights Alliance, skipping the elevator entirely. As I run through the common room, people start to yell at me. Deku-kun, what's wrong? It is unlike you to run inside. Mito, bro? I push everyone out of my mind and continue running. I push the doors and run out, then stop, realizing I have nowhere to go. I pull my phone and call All Might. Hello, my boy. What do you need? Get Nezu. I stop to take a breath. I know Tomura Shigaraki's real identity. Well, that was a short little one-shot that I made for fun. That was basically the premise was, what if there were other types of really strong meta abilities? Like with All for One and One for All, we just didn't know them because they were kept secret because of how strong they were. But if there are hidden ones like those, there could be more. And, like, the more similar the quirk is, the closer it is to your, like, bloodline. So they'd probably be, like, siblings. But yeah, I had a lot of fun making this. Sorry for not posting last week, except for that skit. I posted that skit so I'd at least post one thing that week. But, it just kind of, like, was raining, and then when I was trying to record, people were in the house. I try to record in the house, but, like, today, my alone time and stuff hasn't been as much, so I'm recording in the car, so hopefully it sounds good. So that was just a little one shot of a all for all AU. What if there were other quirks like all for one and one for all? By me, alt account podfics, and read by me, alt account podfics. I hope you guys have a good day or night, and alt account podfics out.